What is going on, Movie Meals? Movie Meals. It's just me today. These are some videos I've been meaning to make for a while, but here we are to review a little snack time. And this is a review of House of the Dragon. But before we get into it, thank you, Kimberly Karen, the Movie Meal patrons. Guys, go get some merch. We got new merch. I'm wearing some right now. We're taking Christmas out. It's all linked at Movie Meals at Teespring. It's all linked in the description. Go get it. It's awesome stuff. We're taking Christmas out. Halloween greater than Christmas. Always have been, always will be. But yeah, so House of the Dragon. Let's get into it here. And this will be spoiler talk for House of the Dragon so far. I meant to have episodes released weekly, but I've just been kind of busy as summer had ended here. Um, so far I'm loving the show. I'm loving the show. I think it is amazing to be back in the world of Game of Thrones. Obviously, I think all the performances are great. This is an interesting story. This is a story we know. I mean, Joffrey says it to Marjorie. We get it with Shireen to Davos about how this turned out. We know what's going to happen, but right now it's just great to be back in the world of Game of Thrones. There's been a lot to really like about it. I've heard some complaints that I don't necessarily agree with. I've heard people say the dragons look weird. I love the new look of the dragons. One of the things I wasn't a fan of in Game of Thrones is just as great as Drogon and them do look, they're the same dragon. And I like that we're getting different looking dragons now. I think that is awesome and different and unique. Especially because of the way the dragons look by their and then how their riders are, like Damon and Rhaenyra. I love the saddles. I love everything we've gotten so far. I love that she was named. I love how her dad is keeping her here. Making her the heir is what I meant to say there. Making her the heir and sticking to that. I think this is just a great story that is being adapted in the best way possible. I was very curious how Thrones was going to be able to work without it necessarily being the Game of Thrones. And it still kind of is. Obviously, we know the outcome of what's going to happen. If you're a big Game of Thrones fan, you know the outcome that's going to happen. Um, but I've been digging this show. I think it looks beautiful. It's getting compared a lot to Rings of Power right now, which I also have been watching. I'm a bit behind on. And I like Lord of the Rings quite a bit. I'm not a huge, I didn't grow up with the nostalgia of Lord of the Rings as many nerds have. I do like it a lot. I like the world a lot. I'm not loving the Lord of the Rings show. And I think Game of Thrones right now is just outdoing it as fantasy. And it's just clear to me that Game of Thrones has become a staple of society and that it is the next big thing because everybody's been trying to be the next Lord of the or Game of Thrones since season 8 had ended. The Witcher is trying to do it. Everybody's trying to do the sword and sandal thing. Amazon wanted to do it with Lord of the Rings, and then HBO said, no, there's only one, and it's us. And I think everybody has gravitated towards that. I think this show's been awesome. I'm hoping they don't take the characters in a way where they're trying to make up for things people didn't like about season 7 and 8 of Game of Thrones, like making Rhaenyra more of the Dany I think people wanted that they ultimately didn't get. I don't think that's happening. 5 episodes in, it's definitely not happening. Rhaenyra is very much her own character, and I love seeing it. I love the politics. A lot of the changes people are complaining about the diversity of the cast is absolutely ridiculous. It's in Lord of the Rings, it's happening in Game of Thrones, and there are fans who are hating it. I don't know how you can hate it as a fan when great actors are doing a great job in a fake world. I love it. I love what the Sea Snake is doing. I think his game, his playing of the Game of Thrones is fantastic so far through 5 episodes. I'm enjoying every moment. But guys, this is just a snack bite review. What did you think of House of the Dragon? What do you think of Hot D so far? Comment below, let us know. Remember to like, subscribe, share. And as always, thanks for watching, Mom. Thank you to my patrons, and we will see you next time, guys.